Ross, a 2-1 defeat here against Leamington. First of all, what are your thoughts on that game? Because it's a pretty frustrating day, I suppose, is the word.
I think that's the word to use, frustrating. I thought first half we'd done enough to be in the lead. Obviously we missed a penalty. I think we need to work on some penalties. And we had a couple of chances to go around the goalie, but we didn't take our chances. And you go in at half-time 0-0, you reassess, you take it, you tweak some things. And I thought second half the boys were brilliant. I thought we applied more pressure, better on the ball, got into key areas a lot easier, dangerous areas a lot better. And I think that we were very unfortunate not to score maybe another one in the second half. But I think the goal we conceded, the corner, came from a sort of a poor header going out for a corner. I think it was Andre. And they've taken a quick one and ripped it in. And to be fair to him, it's a great delivery. That awkward position where the goalie can't come or can come. So we have to look at that. And then the goal where it's gone direct and the 10's flicked it inside is everything we knew about. So really frustrating on those 2 points. But in general, first half we looked a little bit off it, a little bit slow. Second half much better. So we've got to take the positives from it because there were many. And I think going in at half time, 0-0 was frustrating because we should have been 1 up and then we can build on that. But it's football. We miss penalties. It happens. We have to move on. And after that, we grew into the game second half and we were probably the team in possession more and attacking more. So loads of positives, but it's really frustrating not with the goals conceded.
After the game, in the heat of the moment, it can be, everyone's a little bit emotional, but it can, you can skim over the fact that, on another day, the penalty probably goes in, you're 1-0 up, and it's a different story. Because especially at the second part of the first half, if you like, we were cutting through them. We just couldn't find the finishing touch. It just deserted us today, I suppose, didn't it?
Yeah, we had a few chances down the right with Aaron Drew. Andre was down the side. I think Corey got down the side a couple of times. Ashby just couldn't really find the answer. We put a ball across the box, a few cutbacks, a few balls hung up to the back post. Just couldn't get the first contact of the shot on target. So yes, we got into great areas. Just didn't work the goalie enough. On another day, we scored a penalty, we go 1-0, and we come out and we score another. So it is difficult. I think we have to practice some penalties though. I think I might sub on to take one myself at this point. But I think the most important thing is that we regroup because we've got no training now until the next game. It's important that we rest up and go again because it's a difficult league. We know that. But the boys can't be fearful of who we play, whether we play the boys at the top or the boys at the bottom. Today was really competitive, but I thought we'd done enough to win a game of football, but we didn't because we conceded 2 sloppy goals.
It's a tough one. It was a tough one to take today because of the reasons you've just given there. But what do we have to do better? I think after that Forest Green game where we were fantastic, and then we got another brilliant 3 points against Marine when we perhaps weren't at our best. It's a period of the season where games are going to really take it out of us. What is the key to sort of learning from today, taking our learnings from it, and going into this packed bit of the season?
I think as coaches and staff, we've got to do as much as possible to give them as much info as possible. But I think maybe some reflection for the players themselves. Don't just go away and put your feet up and watch whatever's on TV. Actually think about your performance, and if you can sort of say, I was actually pretty good today, no problem. If you need to work on some things, be honest with yourself because that will come out into the game. I think the main important thing is that we have to stick together. We don't have a massive group. So I think the next game is really important. We've actually had some joy going away and playing away. Some of our best performances have been on the road. So we have to address our home form. We've done that the last couple of games with the Forest Green and the Marine game. Really good solid points there and wins. Although the Forest game wasn't a league game, it's still at home. So we have to build on that. Today, I thought we'd done enough to win a game of football. 2 moments that killed us, and that is football at times. It's really frustrating, it's hard to take. We'll have to pick it apart, watch it back, have a few conversations tomorrow, Monday, just on the phone, touch base with a couple, just go through a couple clips, but then spin it around because we've got a game away on Tuesday night, which is going to be difficult, but the boys should be ready to go. Fatigue levels were down second half against Marine. It showed that as well. Today, first half, we started a little bit slow, but second half much better. We looked a bit more in our rhythm, controlled the ball a lot better. So we have to do that Tuesday night now.
Peterborough Sports on Tuesday night, and you just said something there that is really important. We have to stick together, don't we? I mean, again, talking about in the heat of the moment, everyone's going to be emotional right now. It stings today, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The gap between us and the bottom hasn't changed. Still the same amount of points. I know you probably won't even be looking at that, but at the end of the day, we've got to stick together and we've got to go again against Peterborough.
Yeah, emotions are always high. When you lose a game of football, emotions are high. Staff, players, fans, owners, it's always, people deal with things in different ways. Now, we have to be calm, in my opinion. So I think the message today is, listen, we haven't played that bad. I thought the second half Marine I didn't think was great at all, but we got the win today. First half a little bit slow, second half much better. But we can't let one game sort of define our end of our season. We have to keep going. We've got many more games and points to collect, and I think it may be a little bit of a self-reflection on things. Personally, as staff, as players, is really good sometimes, because we won't touch base now physically until we meet each other Tuesday night. So a few phone calls, a few chats, a few WhatsApps, a few messages, and to recover. That's probably the biggest thing, is to recover. So the boys need to make sure they do everything as possible to recover for Tuesday night. It's going to be a big shift. Everyone will be needed. It's a squad game, so rotation may happen, may not. But I thought the boys who came onto the pitch today really affected us, and they've been patient. So again, another game for everyone to hold their shirt and do well.
Ross, stinging one today, but thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.